Am I the asshole for heating my son's lunch in my brother's microwave? My son has sensory issues, likely will be diagnoses with autism in a few weeks as well as chronic GERD. Whenever we go anywhere to eat I pack food for him. My brother is marrying Tisha. Tisha grew up in a fundamentalist religion. She's not nearly as devout as when she grew up. One of the things she's held onto is very specific dietary laws. Which is fine, but the way she enforces them seems very legalistic and way beyond the point of any actual rules. Anyway, she had my brother change his whole kitchen to fit these dietary rules. He spent a fortune of money and now has 2 dishwashers. The problem is that now my brother won't let any food that Tisha doesn't pre-approve into the house. She either has to cook everything or they have to drive an hour to get food at restaurants she's okay with. This has caused some issues in our brother since before he met Tisha has always hosted family events at his place, due to his central location and that he has the largest house by far. But now we have to eat what Tisha cooks or all eat outside on plasticware, bad for the environment and not feasible with our summers. Today we did Father's Day at my brother's house. We had pizza, which is my dad's favorite, but my son can't eat, so I brought a lunch for him. My brother has a microwave in his basement and some old bowls I'm supposed to use. But today it was busted. So I just went and heated up his food in the kitchen. Tisha walked in while I was doing it and lost her mind. Started freaking out about what was in my son's lunch, what plates did I use, what did it touch, etc. Just borderline hysterical. Soon everyone was in the kitchen, my son was crying, my husband and brother were going at each other, it was just chaotic. Over some Dino nuggets. My dad's day was ruined. So we eventually left. And then my brother texts me saying how disrespectful I am. My husband is pissed. And now my mom wants me to apologize for putting my son's food in his uncle's microwave. I have no plans on doing any such thing and think I and my son should be apologized to. Am I the asshole? So after explaining your son's needs for accommodation, you then go on to describe how you feel it's completely unreasonable the lengths your brother has gone to accommodate his wife. The reason for accommodation is not relevant. Both require accommodation. I imagine if someone told you they wouldn't accommodate your son cause they're tired and you should just suck it up, you'd be outraged. But because this inconveniences you, they are the unreasonable ones. Yeah, you're the asshole. Your disdain for Tisha is very obvious. And it makes me doubt the accuracy of your description of her reaction. I have a feeling this wasn't the first time you ignored her house rules due to a lack of respect and possibly bigotry, antisemitism. I'm guessing since their kosher rules require separated equipment for cooking different things. If you can't handle her house rules, don't visit her house. You're the asshole. Info: did you use your own container or her put the chicken on something of hers? Your comments make that unclear. You're the asshole. It may not be a big deal to you, but it is to Tisha, and you knew what you were doing would upset her. If she keeps kosher, which is what it sounds like based on your description, she may no longer consider the microwave kosher, and depending on how devout she is may replace the microwave you used. AITA. You know you are. Kosher kitchen are a huge deal. You went to a home, knowing they wouldn't have something your kid could eat, brought a meal you knew would be an issue, and decided to disregard her entire religion and belief set, because you didn't want to ask for help with the microwave they specifically keep because they understand not everyone eats kosher. It's not like you had no idea about this. It's clear you hate her religion, and you don't care what you just did to her. You're the asshole, and a gigantic one at that. Your SIL is keeping kosher, which is why she has different utensils and such in her kitchen. Maybe it's just religion to you, but to Tisha it's a way of life that you completely dismiss, disregard, and disrespect in her home. You don't have to believe in religion at all, that's your right, but it does not give you the right to belittle and disrespect someone else's religion. Do your brother and Sil a favor and stay out of their home if you can't be bothered to respect it. You're the asshole. You know it would violate her religious beliefs in her home, but you did it anyway and are now trying to pin the blame on her because you do not respect her restrictions. You absolutely owe your sister-in-law, brother, and father an apology. Info: you went into a home where you knew there were food prep restrictions. Why did you bring something that needing prepping? Why not something room temp? Or pre-cooked at home and in a warming container? Or fast food nuggets on the way? Info 2: where did you keep the cold Dino nuggets? Did you put them in the presumably kosher fridge? You're the asshole. You knowingly did something that would instigate a fight with Tisha in her own home. She didn't get mad that you microwaved your son's food in your house. It was in her house and you are very clearly aware of how she feels. You're the asshole. Respect other people's religions and dietary shit even if you don't understand it. This post has the vibes of someone who'd serve a vegetarian something with meat in and without telling them because they need the protein, or I thought they'd change their mind if they just tried meat again or whatever. They should have told you about the microwave, yeah, but once you realized it was busted you could have just gone and grabbed something real quick for your son rather than willfully ignoring someone's house rules. Esh. You should have asked. You knew it was not acceptable to use the main microwave, and you knew this would violate Tisha's religion. It was unbelievably disrespectful to do that. That being said, they should have made sure the second microwave was functioning, knowing they were hosting people who would need it. But seriously, how hard it to say, hey, the microwave isn't working, can you help me figure out a way to heat this up? You're the asshole. You know the rules of the home. Period. It sounds like Tisha keeps kosher, which means yes, things need to be kept separate. You can disagree with the household rules by not attending events. You cannot go in and disrespect their home because you don't like being inconvenienced. Plus, they make plenty of thermoses and other gadgets to keep your child's food warm. I'm married to someone who is Jewish. If this was my spouse, you would no longer be having family gatherings at my home. No one would disrespect my husband in our home like this. You're the asshole. You need to apologize if you expect to have any sort of relationship with your brother going forward. Info: do you have an issue with all Jews or just your SIL? You're the asshole. This isn't something Tisha is just difficult about for the sake of it, it's her religion. Please apologize massively and educate yourself. It's grossly ignorant insinuating she has OCD. You're the asshole. You must hate her after she took your brother's house. My brother since before he met Tisha has always hosted family events at his place, due to his central location and that he has the largest house by far, and eating what she cooks flushed face Watan. You're the asshole. You massively disrespected your brother and his wife's house rules. Go apologize and read up about his wife's religion to gain actual understanding on why what you did was so wrong. The kid has to have his specific diet and SIL has equally rigid requirements. These two things are known in advance. It was unfortunate the microwave was broken, but it sounds like this is a situation which needs advanced planning and good communication in future. Info: given your extensive knowledge of their diet and protocols, why did you not ask how to heat the food in their home when the microwave was not an option? You're the asshole. It's bad enough to disrespect somebody in their own home, but even worse to violate their religious practices when you are already well aware of them in advance. Would it really have been so bad to ask your brother if you could use the oven instead of the kosher microwave? As for plastic plates, here's an idea: bring your own plates from home and take them away with you at the end of your visit. Koshering a kitchen is not a small thing, which is what I gather we're talking about, based on the description. It may seem ridiculous to you, but it's very important to Tisha. It's her house. You heating up Dino nuggets is the cooking equivalent of shitting in her bed. Is it really that hard to respect someone else's beliefs and choices in their own house? You're the asshole.